Today let's learn how to say A was B. First, let's say a present tense sentence. A is B. Perfect.
A は B です。
Now, let's change it like this. A was B.
A は B でした。
The past tense of the be verb, is deshita. This is equivalent to was or were in English. Let's practice.
A は B でした。
Great start. Let's practice with some examples. First, try saying, Today is my birthday. How do you say, today? Yes, that's right.
今日、
This is how you say, birthday.
誕生日。
Nice job. So, how do you say, my birthday? Excellent.
私の誕生日。
Now, please say, Today is my birthday. Fantastic.
今日は私の誕生日です。
Next, let's try this. Yesterday was my birthday. This is how you say, yesterday.
昨日、
So, how do you say, yesterday was my birthday? Amazing.
昨日は私の誕生日でした。
Remember, for the past tense, we change dis to deshita. Now, how about this? Yesterday's exam was easy. This is how you say, exam.
試験、
So, how do you say, yesterday's exam? Spot on.
昨日の試験。
Great. Do you remember the adjective for easy? Great.
簡単。
Now, how do you say, yesterday's exam was easy? Bravo.
昨日の試験は簡単でした。
Perfect. Next, let's try saying this present tense sentence. This snack is delicious. How do you say, snack? Nice job.
お菓子、
Now, do you remember how to say, delicious? That's right.
おいしい。
So, how do you say, this snack is delicious? Excellent.
このお菓子はおいしいです。
Now, how about, this snack was delicious?
このお菓子はおいしいでした。
You might want to say that, but it's actually different this time. We learned last time that adjectives ending in e, like oshi, are called i-adjectives. For i-adjectives, we don't change dis. Instead, we change the adjective itself.
このお菓子はおいしかったです。
By changing the final e to katta, the adjective itself becomes past tense. So, with i-adjectives, we don't change dis to the past tense, deshita. Let's practice.
このお菓子はおいしかったです。このお菓子はおいしかったです。
Great job. Let's wrap up what we've covered. To change, A is B to A was B. If B is a noun or a na-adjective, we change desu to deshita. On the other hand, if B is an i-adjective, we change the final e of the adjective to katta. In this case, dis stays the same. Let's practice. It's easy.
簡単です。
It was easy.
簡単でした。
It's delicious.
おいしいです。
It was delicious.
おいしかったです。
Great. Let's practice with some exercises to get used to it. First, repeat the present tense sentence after the model. Then, try changing that sentence into the past tense. Let's begin. This singer is famous.
この歌手は有名です。
This singer was famous.
この歌手は有名でした。
That book is difficult.
その本は難しいです。
That book was difficult.
その本は難しかったです。
Everyone is kind.
皆さん、親切です。
Everyone was kind.
皆さん、親切でした。
His cat is cute.
彼の猫は可愛いです。
His cat was cute.
彼の猫は可愛かったです。
The library is quiet.
図書館は静かです。
The library was quiet.
図書館は静かでした。
Today is warm.
今日は暖かいです。
Today was warm.
今日は暖かかったです。
Fantastic. The last one was a bit like a tongue twister. Now, let's learn a new question word. Let's use this sentence as an example. This book is difficult.
この本は難しいです。
Can you turn this into a question? Is this book difficult? Yes, that's right.
この本は難しいですか？
Just add the question particle, ka, to the end of the sentence to make it a question. But what if you don't know if it's difficult or not, and you want to ask how it is? In English, you'd ask, how is this book? The Japanese word for how is this?
どう？
So, how is this book is said like this in Japanese.
この本はどうですか？
Now, let's try the past tense. How was this book? You've totally mastered the past tense.
この本はどうでしたか？
By the way, there's a more polite way to say, da.
いかが？
This is also used a lot, so let's practice it.
この本はいかがですか？この本はいかがでしたか？
Beautifully said. Now, here's the last one. Let's practice another way to use the phrases we just practiced, do desu ka and Ikaga desu ka. These phrases are also used when making a suggestion or offering something to someone, just like, how about in English? For example, let's try asking a guest, how about some tea, in Japanese?
お茶はどうですか？
Nice. When asking a business client or someone senior, we usually use Ikaga instead of do.
お茶はいかがですか？
Perfect. Now, let's practice how to respond if you're the guest and you want to accept an offer. Yes, please.
はい、お願いします。
This onegaishimasu literally means, I plead, which is similar to, please, in English. Let's practice.
はい、お願いします。
Spot on. On the other hand, if you want to turn down an offer, it's good to say it like this. No, I'm good, thank you.
いいえ、結構です。どうも。
Kekko is a formal word that means good.
結構。
It carries the nuance of, I'm good as I am. As we learned before, domo is a phrase used to give a quick thanks. So, of course, you can also say it in full like this.
いいえ、結構です。ありがとうございます。
Let's practice both.
いいえ、結構です。どうも。いいえ、結構です。ありがとうございます。
Fantastic. Now, you're all set to both offer things and respond to offers. Now, in the second half, let's practice a conversation using the expressions we learned today. In today's conversation, we'll meet Tanaka-san's colleague, Sato-san. Sato is the most common surname among Japanese people.
佐藤。
Let's listen to the whole thing first.
田中さん、お菓子はいかがですか？はい、ありがとうございます。これは何ですか？京都のお土産です。いただきます。京都はどうでしたか？ちょっと寒かったです。でも、素晴らしかったです。そうですか、それは良かったですね。はい、すごく楽しかったです。
Lots of past tense adjectives came up, didn't they? Let's go through the content sentence by sentence. Sato-san offers a box of snacks to Tanaka-san and asks,
田中さん、お菓子はいかがですか？
Mr. Tanaka, how about a snack? This is the expression for offering something that we practiced earlier. Let's practice.
田中さん、お菓子はいかがですか？
Nice. Tanaka-san responds,
はい、ありがとうございます。
Yes, thank you. Earlier, we practiced the response, Hi, onegai shimasu. Onegai shimasu is mostly used when you're asking someone to do an action, like pouring tea or coffee. When you're simply receiving something, it's more natural to just say thanks like this. Let's practice.
はい、ありがとうございます。
Looking good. After taking a snack, Tanaka-san asks,
これは何ですか？
What is this? I'm sure you all know this one already. Let's practice.
これは何ですか？
Sato-san answers,
京都のお土産です。
It's a souvenir from Kyoto. Kyoto is Japan's ancient capital and a famous tourist spot, so I'm sure you've heard of it. Omiyage
お土産。
refers to souvenirs or local specialties brought back from a trip or elsewhere. Let's practice.
京都のお土産です。
Before eating the snack, Tanaka-san says,
いただきます。
This is a phrase used when receiving something or before starting to eat or drink. Literally, it means something like, I humbly receive this. This is a phrase that is unique to Japanese and is difficult to translate accurately into English. Let's practice.
いただきます。
Perfect. Tanaka-san asks Sato-san a question.
京都はどうでしたか？
How was Kyoto? There's the past tense we learned today. Let's practice.
京都はどうでしたか？
Sato-san answers,
ちょっと寒かったです。
It was a little cold. This, Kyoto, is one of the adverbs that express degree, which we practiced a little last time. It means a little, or a bit.
ちょっと。
By the way, Kyoto is a casual way to say it. In a formal speech or in writing, we say it like this.
少し。
Samu ka ta desu is the past tense of the i-adjective we practiced today. Let's practice using both Kyoto and Sukoshi.
ちょっと寒かったです。少し寒かったです。
Well done. Sato-san continues.
でも、素晴らしかったです。
But it was wonderful. A new word has appeared. Demo means but. Subarashi katta desu is also the past tense of an i-adjective. Can you say the present tense form of this adjective? Hi, so desu.
素晴らしい。
This means wonderful. Let's practice.
でも、素晴らしかったです。
Subarashi desu. Hearing that, Tanaka-san says.
そうですか、それは良かったですね。
I see, that's good to hear. So desu ka is a response you're all familiar with by now, isn't it? In the last lesson, we practiced saying this after it.
それはいいですね。
In today's context, he is talking about something that has already been completed, so the "ee" part is in the past tense. This i-adjective, "ee,"
いい、
is actually yo-e in its original, formal form.
良い、
In daily conversation, "ee" is used more often. However, the form "ee" is only used in the present tense. There is no such thing as Ikaga. For the past tense, we only use yokata,
良かった。
which is the past tense of yo-e. Let's practice.
そうですか、それは良かったですね。
Totemo yokata desu. Sato-san responds.
はい、すごく楽しかったです。
Yes, it was a lot of fun. Sugoku is also an adverb that expresses degree, meaning very. It's a more colloquial and emphatic expression than totemo.
とても、
This is an adverb formed from the i-adjective, sugoi,
すごい、
which means something like amazing or impressive. The next word, tanoshikata, is the past tense of the adjective meaning fun. Can you say the present tense form of this adjective? Sugoi desu.
楽しい。
Let's practice.
はい、すごく楽しかったです。
Sugoku yokata desu. Now, let's practice the whole conversation from the beginning. Listen to each sentence and repeat after the model.
田中さん、お菓子はいかがですか？はい、ありがとうございます。これは何ですか？京都のお土産です。いただきます。京都はどうでしたか？ちょっと寒かったです。でも、素晴らしかったです。そうですか、それは良かったですね。はい、すごく楽しかったです。
Now, let's do some role play. In part 1, please play the role of Sato-san. Next, in part 2, please play the role of Tanaka-san. Here we go. Hajime.
はい、ありがとうございます。これは何ですか？ いただきます。京都はどうでしたか？そうですか。それは良かったですね。田中さん、お菓子はいかがですか？京都のお土産です。ちょっと寒かったです。でも、素晴らしかったです。はい、すごく楽しかったです。
Great job, everyone. By the way, how would you say it if the food did not taste good or the trip was not fun? Next time, we'll practice how to say it was not be. See you again.
ではまた。